Hey! What's up guys, LittleKuriboh here. Still sat down on his bum, which for those of you who have not been tuning into the last couple of videos is because I had a little bit of an unfortunate incident, and I'm in a lot of pain, which they don't warn you about in these trading card tournaments. The risk of pain. And life-threatening injury, quite frankly. Do you think Yugi signed a waiver before going to Duelist Kingdom that if anything happened to his body or soul, that Pegasus wouldn't be liable? Because that would be a weird thing to have to sign, or to make the paperwork for it. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm now having to do this series while sat down, which does affect how active I am and how energetic I am. Mostly the pain affects how any of that goes. And I hope it's not too noticeable. I hope it doesn't affect your enjoyment of the series. It's affecting my enjoyment of the series just because of all the pain, but let's keep going. What have I been up to in Battle City Tournament, though? Well, I'll tell you, LittleKuriboh and his relatives from the carnival industry have been in town. Yeah, LittleKuriboh and his family of carnival folk have been in town, and they've been giving out a bit of fortune-telling. And LittleKuriboh himself actually read my fortune. I crossed his palm with silver, or trading cards, as they use here. And he was very happy to tell me what the future had in store for me. I actually wanted him to tell me who my rival would be. The anonymous, faceless, nameless git that I will be rival dueling at the end of this Battle City Booster Pack series. Yeah, I was hoping LittleKuriboh would be able to spoil their identity for me a little bit. But as it turned out, the future that LittleKuriboh told me was that I should watch out for dark energy discs and steer clear of any magic tricks involving them. That was actually something that happened yesterday, so I think LittleKuriboh's ESP was probably on the fritz a little bit. Or maybe LittleKuriboh's just a giant ripoff. Either way, once he was done reading my fortune, he told me that my fortune didn't deserve a spot in his deck, but it might make a good coaster, presumably for his drink. I don't know. I don't know what he meant by that. It was a weird thing to end the conversation on. So yeah, this is Battle City Booster Packs, a series where I open a different booster pack every single day, leading up to the end of the month now, and I choose one card from within the booster pack to put into my specialized, aka shitty deck. And then I duel someone with it. Last year, I dueled LittleKuriboh twice and won twice. So, you know, perfect record, just saying. LittleKuriboh, you shit. This time I'm not having as easy a go of it. Some of the cards have been very consistently helpful, but some of the booster packs have been kind of throwing me for a loop, because a lot of the booster packs obviously are designed for you to take multiple of the same booster packs and combine those into a single deck. I don't do it that way, not for these videos. I just sort of take random stuff and put it in a pile and then do nothing with it. I mean, I make video content and then I duel my arch rival, but aside from that, not much. But it's always exciting to me to see what is going to be in the next booster pack, regardless of whether it will offer me anything of, significant help. It's just a fun little, oh, what's going to be in this one? And this time we have yet another Dark Side of Dimensions movie pack sent by Dragonbeak, my good friend and great artist. Check her out at Dragonbeak on Twitter. Details are in description. And I gotta say, yesterday's Dark Side of Dimensions pack was a little bit of a bust, if only because there was only really one viable card in there, so I didn't have to put any effort into choosing. I guess it made my job easier, though. But I'm hoping that this Dark Side of Dimensions booster pack will be a different story. I'm hoping it will have just as much potential as Yu-Gi-Oh! GX did before it happened. So let's open this sucker up. Let's open it. Let's open it up. Here we go. Remember when I opened a couple of booster packs at the start of this series and was like, it opens so easily, because someone had stolen cards out of it? What an idiot. All right, we got cards. Ooh, okay. Yeah, this is already looking like a much better pack than yesterday's. So kudos, Beaky. First up, we've got the 4-star light-type monster, Assault Wyvern. Wyvern? It was a big point of contention in my high school class as to whether Wyvern was pronounced Wyvern or Wyvern. I'm probably dating myself a little bit, but do you remember that video game Magic Carpet? That's where the debate sprung from. But look, it's Wyvern, alright? It's a dragon/effect monster. It says, when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you contribute this card and special summon one dragon-type monster from your hand or graveyard, except Assault Wyvern. Now, this is very handy because I have a bunch of cards that, I believe, relate to dragon-type monsters. So this certainly would fit in line with those. It also has a good attack stat and is only a 4-star monster. And I think it's got a good effect as well. Like when it gets destroyed by battle, you can bring out another dragon type. Yeah, immediately, this is a pretty good choice. I've got to wonder what the difference is between an assault wyvern and a pacifist wyvern. Pacifist wyvern is more into knitting and teaching a geography class at night in its spare time. Assault wyvern, though, he's all about that thug lifestyle. But hey, pretty good candidate right off the bat. Let's put you away and go on to the next card. Next card is Palladium Oracle Mahad. Obviously a very important character within the lore of Yu-Gi-Oh! In general, but also a pivotal character within the Dark Side of Dimensions movie. I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, stop this video, go on Hulu, watch it for free, streaming. They've got it up there. It is a 7-star monster. It is a light type, it's a spellcaster / effect monster. It says when you draw this card, you can reveal this card. Special summon it from your hand. Hey, that's pretty handy. If this card battles a dark monster, its attack is doubled during the damage step only. That's pretty sweet. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one Dark Magician from your hand, deck, or graveyard. And I feel like if my deck wasn't already leaning toward a more dragony feel, then this guy would be a good choice. But he's very specific to spellcasters, obviously, and to attack dark-type monsters. But aside from that, no, it's good. It's good. I think it's really cool that you can reveal it and then special summon it right away. So yeah, that's a pretty good card. No, that's not bad. That's real cool. You gotta think that Mahad was very offended when they translated his traditional mage garb into the purple nonsense that the Dark Magician wears in the actual game. He's here like, look, I wear a very respectable golden uniform, which has been handed down by magicians through the ages, and y'all made me look like a reject from Wizardora. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go with this one. It's pretty strong, I've got to say. Both the first cards we've picked have been pretty strong, but for now I think I'm going to put you back and see what we got next. Wizardora, we adore her, doing things in her very special way. Wizardora doing things in her very special way. It's like I know her. Don't think most of you even know what Wizardora is. Look it up. Stop the video, go on to Hulu, realize that it's not on Hulu, come back on YouTube, watch Wizardora. Next card is Deep Eyes White Dragon. And we know this card is rolling in the deep eyes. It's not Judge Eyes White Dragon, it's Deep Eyes. How deep are your eyes? Are your eyes? How deep are your eyes? I really want your eyes. 'Cause we're living in a world of fools. Sorry. Deep Eyes White Dragon, what's going on with your weird lanky body and your big supple thighs? What are you doing? Oh, you're a 10-star, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah. 10-star light type monster, dragon / effect. It says, when face up, blue eyes monsters you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, and you have a dragon type monster in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, inflict 600 damage to your opponent for each dragon type monster with different names in your graveyard. If this card is normal or special summon, target one dragon type monster in your graveyard, this card's attack becomes equal to that monster's. If this card on the field is destroyed by a card effect, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. So that's actually really handy. There's a bunch of cool features. There's a bunch of cool features to this new Deep Eyes White Dragon that Apple has released. Oh, your dragon doubles as a camera? What apps you got on your dragon? Download Facebook on your dragon. So this would be good if I had another Blue Eyes monster as well, because it does seem to be tailored for that. At least it would help it get special summoned. But otherwise, you can just tribute summon it traditionally. So yeah, this is a pretty handy card. It's just not necessarily as handy as some of the other ones that I've found in this booster pack. It's still pretty good though, it's not a bad card. It would be perfectly feasible in my deck if I were to get another Blue Eyes card or even a couple more dragon cards. But for now, I'm gonna think on it. Doing things in her very special way. Next up, we got Giragail, the Cubic King. GG, the CK. And I don't know who elected him or gave him the crown, but I personally wouldn't want anything that looks like this as a monarch leading my country. But he's the Cubic King, so what do I know? It is a wind type monster. It's a fairy / effect. It says, cannot be normal summoned or set. That's always fun. Must first be special summoned from your hand by sending one cubic monster you control to the graveyard. If summoned this way, this card gains 800 attack. It's not gonna be summoned that way, yo. If this card is special summoned from the hand, inflict 800 damage to your opponent. At the end of the damage step, if this card battled, you can target up to 2 V-jam the cubic seed in your graveyard, send this card to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon them, then you can add one Vulcan Dragnai, the Cubic King. How many bloody Cubic Kings are there? Were there just so many kings available that Cubic Land was like, all of them? If we have like a bajillion kings, one of them's gonna get it right. That's what happens when you live in Cubic Land, though. There's no thinking outside the box. Cubic Mandala! It's a continuous trap card, guys. It has nothing to do with Wizardora. If you control a cubic monster, activate this card. That's my noise that says I'm not gonna be doing that. Activate this card by targeting any number of monsters that are in your opponent's graveyard because they were destroyed and sent there this turn. Special summon them to your opponent's field, but each becomes attack 0 and has one cubic counter placed on it. A cubic counter. A cubic counter. Monsters with a cubic counter cannot attack. Also negate their effects. While your opponent controls any of the monsters summoned by this effect, negate any monster effects your opponent activates. When the last of these monsters leaves the field, destroy this card. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to be using this card. Obviously, it would be neat if I had like a bunch of cubic monsters in my deck, if I was running very specifically a deck based on Aigami's cards from the Dark Side of Dimensions movie, but I'm not going to be doing that. I'm very certainly going to have a very less structured deck than that, so I don't think this is very useful at all. So really, it's a toss-up between Assault Wyvern, Palladium Oracle Mahad, and Deep Eyes White Dragon himself. Herself? Oh. I would feel more confident putting Deep Eyes in my deck if I had a Blue Eyes White Dragon or more dragons in general. Having said that, I do kind of want to build a deck around dragons and specifically, hopefully, get a Blue Eyes White Dragon at some point. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to bring the Assault Wyvern into the fray with me. Just because it is a dragon-type monster, it has a good attack stat, so if I just need to put something out there on the field that I can fight with, it'll be pretty handy in a pinch. But also, when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can tribute this and special summon a dragon-type monster from your hand or graveyard. So if I did have a Blue Eyes, either in my hand or in my graveyard, this would help me out with that as well. So yeah, Assault Wyvern is today's choice. What did you think, though? Is it really pronounced Wyvern? Will choosing the Assault Wyvern lead to lots of salty comments in my comments? Comments in my comments. Does Wizardora have the best kids show theme of all time? Doing things in her very special way. Nah, it's Raggy Dolls, isn't it? Please let me know your feelings in the comments. In the meantime, I'm gonna go wheel myself to the next stop on this Battle City tour, and I'm gonna pray that Esperoba's fortune-telling job that he did for me was not him predicting yet another Dark Energy Discs-related incident, because I don't know if I could survive that. I'll see you next time, and remember, this card doesn't deserve a spot in my deck, but it might make a good coaster for my drink. Catch you later.